Hello, I welcome you all to this lesson. So, as you can see, these are radicals. This is a carbonate. This is ammonium. This is a sulfate. And this is a phosphate. I believe you know this. And I've written down their valence numbers. So, this one has got a valence of 2. This one has got a valence of 1. And the charge, the good part is that I've also included the charges. This one, valence of 2. This one, the valence of 3. So we know that, for example, you have sodium here. Sodium is like this. Sodium is having a charge of what? 1, positive 1. So when sodium can react with what? Can react with this one, which is a sulfate. Sodium can also react with a carbonate. Sodium can also react with a phosphate. So when it reacts with, I'm going to start with carbonate. So when I put carbonate here, when it is reacting with carbonate, what you need to know is that we consider the valence numbers. So this one will come here. The valences are going to interchange. So we are going to have sodium. This 2 comes there. Then carbonate like this. Then the 1 comes here. So when a 1 comes here, nothing is going to change. That's why we've got this compound here, which we get to call sodium carbonate. And then let's put sodium. I'm going to use the same sodium like this. Maybe let us react it with a sulfate like that. So I'm also showing you how to come up with correct chemical formulas. These are procedures that you need to follow. So when it reacts with a sulfate like this, sulfate has got a valence of 2 minus. Have you seen? So it is only a positive that attracts a negative. So here, these are going to interchange. So you're going to have sodium like this, 2 comes there, this one like this, but this one, when it comes here, nothing is going to change. So this is what we are calling what? Sodium sulfate. So if you didn't know how to write chemical formulas, this video will really help you on how to come up with correct chemical formulas. But in a case where you've got calcium, we know that calcium is from group 2, which means that the valence is 2. For calcium to be stable, it must lose 2 electrons. So we know that when an element loses electrons, it attracts a positive charge. So it's 2 plus. So when it reacts with a carbonate, so whenever we've got calcium carbonate, a carbonate like this, have you seen? This one is 2, even this one is 2. So these 2 are going to cancel out. We are just going to have calcium carbonate. This is how we come up with calcium carbonate, as simple as this. But when it reacts with, let's say it reacts with a phosphate. So whenever it reacts with a phosphate, so let me do this. So calcium, I'll write it like this, 2 plus phosphate like that, then a 3 minus. So what you need to understand is that this 4 here is not the valence. This is just the way they are. So I've said that the valences are going to interchange. This 3 comes there. This 2 goes there. So we are going to have calcium like this. Then since when this one comes here, there's gonna be a change. So I'm going to write it in brackets like that. I do this. Then the 2 comes there like that. Then this 3 there like that. Have you seen? The 3 comes there. The 2 comes there. So this is what? Calcium phosphate. So if you want to write calcium phosphate, this is the correct formula for calcium phosphate. Have you seen the way in which I've written down this? This is the correct formula for calcium phosphate. And the other thing is that these same ones, have you seen the way they are? These same ones, you can react this one and that one, because this one is having a positive charge, this one is having a negative charge. In other words, these can attract each other, can come up with one compound, which we can call ammonium phosphate. So you know that ammonium is like this. This is the way ammonium is. The valence of 1, they are positive. Then a phosphate like this, a valence of 3 negative, which means this one attracts electrons, 3 electrons. This one loses 1 electron. So when these interchange, this 3 comes there. So have you seen the way this one is? If I just put a 3 here direct, this one will become a 43. So I'm not supposed to do that. So I'm going to say NH4 like this. Then I do here. Then I put a 3 there. Then I just write this one. Then a 4. I can't put a 1 there. Because if I multiply by 1, nothing is going to change. So when there is a 1, you don't show it. So this is the chemical formula for what? Ammonium phosphate. This is what you can do, and these are some of the things that you need to consider. So this was just a short video to show you how to form chemical formulas, how to come up with correct chemical formulas. So let's say you get an element from group 2, like calcium, like this. Then you get another one from group 6. Let's say oxygen, it is like this. So this one, for it to be stable, it loses 2. And for this one to be stable, it gains 2. So obviously these 2 are going to cancel out. So what are we going to have? We are going to have calcium oxide. This is how we write calcium oxide. In a case where you've got aluminium, aluminium is in group 3, and for aluminium to be stable, it must lose 3 electrons. When it reacts with oxygen, which is in group 6 like this, have you seen? So these are going to interchange. What you are going to have will be aluminium, this 2 goes there. So 2 there, oxygen, a 3 comes there like that. So this is what we call aluminium oxide. Have you seen the same way I've written? This is how you also need to write them. So hope this has helped you recall chemical formulas on how to come up with the chemical formulas. Hope you've understood. Hope you've seen how these things come up. So in conclusion, I'm going to leave you with some questions. I want you to practice these questions. Aluminium chloride. I want you to practice these equations. So, and I want you to answer this one where you want to write let me just do this. So another part that you need to understand. So I'm going to put this one as your work. So this is the calcium chloride. So just practice these 2 questions to see if you have understood. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share and comment.